Hi. In today's, we will take random topics from CNS, which can be useful either in MCQ pattern or in Viva. So that the topics which were not covered in the previous 9 sessions of BLIP, we will take. We will exclude our cerebellum, basal ganglia and all. We will take new topics today. So first we will start with the functional unit of the CNS, that is the neuron. How many neurons are present? It is roughly around 100 billion. I am mentioning these numbers because they may be useful in MCQ pattern. So 100 billion neurons are there, and one more number you can see here, 10 to 50 times of that neurons we have neuroglia. Neuroglia are supporting cells in the brain or CNS. The major difference is they are non-excitable and they are present 10 to 50 times that of the neurons. Okay. Then the three categories you know very well. Microglia, they are phagocytic cells. Oligodendrocytes, they form the myelin sheet in the CNS, whereas the squam cell will do the same function in the periphery, but not in the CNS. Astrocytes, as we have discussed already in the CS, blip, that is, the food process of astrocytes will form the blood-brain barrier. Then one more random topic is synapse. In Viva it will be asked with the definition. Define synapse means. This is a synapse means junction between two neurons. And classification or types we need to mention physiological, not anatomical. Physiological means chemical synapse and electrical synapse. Chemical synapse where neurotransmitter is secreted. Electrical synapse where gap junctions are there to carry the ions directly. You are not supposed to give anatomical classification, that is exo-axonic, exodendritic, exosomatic. That is not applicable here. Then one more point in the sensory system is labeled line principle. That means if a given tract or fiber is given in CNS in the sensory system, that will carry only one sensation, not the other sensations. For example, the DCML is carrying DCML sensation, not the pain and temperature. At the same time, anterolateral system or spinothalamic tract, which is carrying pain and temperature, which will never carry any other sensation like touch and all. So, if you stimulate electrically by other any means, at any point of the pathway, that stimulation will cause the perception of the same experience, and that will be projected to the part of the body. So this is what is known as law of projection, and the applied aspect is phantom limb. I think in case of amputated limb, up to forearm is amputated by some reasons, then the cut end of the nerve will be there at the stump. If that is stimulated electrically or by any other processes, then the person will experience pain or a specific sensory modality on the little finger, which is not at all there. Even though it is amputated, the brain will project that sensation to that part of the body from which the nerve is actually originated, even though it is not there. That is law of projection and phantom limb, thalamic phantom limb. Then one more key point in MCQ pattern is Weber-Fechner's law, which states that the amount of perception of a particular sensory modality is directly proportional to the strength of the stimulus. Okay, this can be applied to all the sensory modalities. Then we'll see the classification of nerve fibers by various categories by Erlanger and Gasser. This is Erlanger and Gasser classification. You can also refer guidance. So first classification you can see myelinated, unmyelinated. In the myelinated we have different diameters of the nerve fibers. So you can see 20 diameter, 15 diameter, 15 micrometer diameter, 10 and so on. As the diameter is more, then the conduction velocity is very high, 120 meters per second. If the diameter is only 6 micrometer, the speed is very much less. You can see unmyelinated, the diameter ranges from 2 to 0.5. Okay, so that is, you can see the speed is very much slow. If you take up the general classification, again it is classified into category A fiber, category C fiber. Category A fiber is A alpha, A beta, A gamma, A delta. That thing you might have discussed already in various parts of CNS. C is unmyelinated fiber, type C fiber. When we are discussing pain pathway, fast and slow, fast pain is by A delta, myelinated fiber, whereas the slow pain is by type C. Okay. Then we will come into details. Sensory nerve classifications, primary, secondary, and third category, fourth category. Such an arrangement is there. In primary A, primary B. You can see the primary ending in the muscle spindle, you can recollect, that is 1A fiber. Then the 2 fiber is secondary ending, which is carrying sensory inputs from the muscle spindle. Then the same way Golgi tendon organ will come under 1A, 1B category, overlap is there. You can see come to this point here. The fast pain, pricking pain means fast pain is by type 3 of the sensory nerve classification, but it is myelinated fiber. Whereas the type 4, which is a type C fiber, which comes under slow pain pathway. Then if you take up the motor functions also at the bottom, the classification based on the motor functions. So A alpha, A delta. A alpha is innervating the skeletal muscle throughout the body. That is extraphyseal fiber. Fiber present outside the muscle spindle. The muscle fiber that is present inside the muscle spindle is intraphyseal fiber. That is innervated by A delta fiber. Sympathetics we have type C fibers. Okay, this is rough classification of muscle fiber, nerve fibers. Then we will go to the next system. Analgesic system, as the name implies, this is a pain suppressing system. It is a special capability of the brain to suppress input pain signals by activating pain control system. What does it mean by pain control system? Pain control system has the major components. You can see 1, 2, 3. These 3 are present in the brain, whereas the 4th one in the spinal cord. The first one is periaqueductal gray as well as periventricular areas of the brain. Then raphe-magnus nucleus. Then nucleus reticularis paragigantocellularis, a long name, which is also in the brainstem. Then pain inhibitory complex, which is also involved in gate control theory of pain. So with this we'll conclude here. I'll take one more video with other random topics of CNS so that that can be useful for either MCQ pattern of the CBME theory and also for Viva. Right.